It says click to go live, and here we are.
Thumbs up
Can
appear.
you make sure on your phone that we're good? Because
Yeah, it might take a second.
yeah, we are on kind of borderline internet this week, so we'll do what we can. Thanks for hanging out. This is the live show that we did not do last week. Anyway, we're back. So let's get started. And here we go.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? So we took the week off last week, and we actually took pretty much the whole week. You worked Monday and Tuesday, right?
Yep.
I guess I worked a little bit, and then we took the whole week off. Didn't even shoot any videos, didn't do anything because we had basically, well, it was a celebration of life thing for my grandfather, but it ended up being probably one of the funnest family reunions ever. It was really cool. So that was really worth doing. Obviously, we don't take time off to do that stuff very much, and it was well needed and it was awesome. But we should be pretty much back on schedule. The other thing I would like to mention along with that too is if you're waiting on something order wise, I did not work at all last week, so I am getting caught up. We had a bunch of outstanding orders at the beginning of this week. Now we only have a few. Pick guards are still being a little funky, but I'm hoping to get that sorted in the next week or two and get everybody taken care of on the pick guard thing. So, yes. And for now, we've actually removed loaded pick guards from the website because it's becoming a problem. So until I can streamline that more, I'm going to basically fulfill the loaded pick guard orders that we have, and then we're just going to do pickups for now because it's been a thing. It has been a thing. So if you're new to Dylan Talks Tones live stream on Thursday nights, welcome. We are going to go through a bunch of questions that we got on Patreon and on YouTube from YouTube members. If you are a Patreon member or a YouTube member, you can click the little join button, whatever corner this thing is down here. Or Patreon link below, patreon.com/DylanTalksTone. And you can join over there. When you ask questions over there, we put them up on the screen, as you'll see in a minute, and give you a shout out, which is pretty cool. And then what we're going to do is we don't really have a topic this week because, like I said, we're a little bit behind. But we are going to take some of your questions. And I'm going to show you a couple of things in the news this week. Because of being behind, we didn't do a news segment this week. But there's a bunch of stuff. So I got a couple of things to show you that I think are pretty cool. Get your thoughts on, and so we still get our news.
Cool.
How are you?
I'm good.
What are you drinking over there?
You didn't say what you were drinking. Why you call me out for drinking? Tequila.
It's a tiny glass of tequila.
That's probably all I can take.
Probably.
I watched a tequila guy on TikTok today, and it made me remember I wanted to drink tequila.
Oh, I think we got a super chat. We got
Awesome.
a
That was fast.
super chat.
Oh, it's so quiet. Can they hear it, or does it have to play through?
They can hear it. No,
Oh.
they can hear it. Corey Forgrave.
Thanks, Corey.
I had 2 humbuckers with 1 volume and 1 tone, but switched to 2 volumes and my bridge pickup dropped. Output. Do you think bad soldering could cause that or a bad pot? Either one of those things could cause that, yes. Yeah, definitely. That's a great question. Bad soldering could definitely cause it, but let's see, your bridge pickup only, and you went from 1 to 2. Yes, check your volume pot too. Yeah, because you might have a bad volume pot, or you might have wired it wrong. Honestly, to tell you the truth, double check your diagram and double check your soldering, but do it with a meter, and then double check the resistance of both of your pots, because you may have a a short in that pot or some high, low resistance issue in that pot. Yeah, very cool. We have another one in there somewhere?
Um, it's not a super chat, but it shows up super cool because Ivan has been a member for 10 months. So it shows up super awesome like a super chat. And he just
Oh.
says, "Hey Dylan, I swapped the magnet on my P90 and now it sounds awesome."
Oh, good. So you had one backwards. Awesome. We actually had another viewer. Oh, we should talk about that too. Our cool trip to Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Okay.
We should let them know what happened with that too. That's pretty awesome. Maybe we'll do that in between some of these
Just
Patreon
remember,
questions.
if you just nudged me to remember, I might not remember.
Okay. Um, anyway, we went to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. We'll tell you about that in just a second. He might be watching actually right now. I'm actually drinking a new thing that I have not tried before. This is
Tried before he bought this bottle, he means.
yes. I mean, like before, yes. I shared this at the family reunion, and it got hit pretty hard. Um, Harazaki. It's a single malt Scotch from Japan, so it's not really Scotch. It's just a single malt whiskey, but it's really good. Kind of peaty, smoky, super easy to drink though. It's interesting. It's like really smooth on the front, almost no nose at all, and then it turns into like a really peaty Scotch. It's really good. Um, one other thing, we were having a problem on the on the YouTube thing. So if you look down there, I think the YouTube calls it the merch shelf. Our merch store got shut down for a minute. I don't know why exactly. And then it came back up, and only one shirt was there. The Sasquatch shirt was there. Thank you to
Which
those.
is amazing.
Yes, thank you to those of you 2 weeks ago who ordered some of those. I appreciate that. There is also, in honor of the people that don't like my stupid shirts, there is a shirt that says, "This is a stupid shirt" with a little Dylan Talks Tone logo, and the Ludicrous Tone shirt is also up there too. So you can click on them down there. You order them, they make them and ship them straight to your house. So I just wanted to mention that. Um, this is a stupid shirt. I think I need to order one of those for myself. I need to get them all for myself. But anyway, what happens is I get them and then I like give them away or whatever. So and we also made a shirt for Owen.
Yes.
We made a special shirt for Owen because I wanted to thank him for doing some of our sponsorship reads over the last couple of days. So I paid him in a T-shirt over the last few
Super
weeks,
cute,
and he
though.
loves it. Let's get to some of these questions from Patreon. That's the super chat. Okay, here we go.
Must have copied over.
Must have copied over. BC Rich. Oh, this isn't even a guitar related one, but we'll still answer it anyway. I don't care. BC Rich says, "Do you cook and eat very often in the RV, and how difficult is it to make a meal in the RV?" It's not difficult at all. It's a full kitchen. We have everything but a dishwasher, which is us. Um, yeah, it's awesome. We have a Vitamix and air fryer and instant pot and all the pots and pans, and we have a residential size refrigerator with a pull out freezer. We go grocery shopping once a week like everybody else, and we rarely eat out actually.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. Each of us cook. Yes, we eat here most often.
Yep. And I like to cook. I actually really like cooking. Let's see. Jeff, I have a question about Filtertrons. I've heard that the lower end models like my Gretsch Streamliner aren't true Filtertrons. That is true in many cases. They're just like looking. They're humbuckers, but they look like Filtertrons in many cases. They are pretty hot. That is true because they use cheap magnets and a lot of wire. I'm thinking about getting some TV Jones for it, which are a lower output, and putting the Gretsch pickups in a telly. What do you think? I think that you should do that. Uh, TV Jones is the name out there for Filtertrons. We don't make them anymore. I used to make them, but they're so expensive. The parts are so expensive that I have to charge like $220 a pickup to make them. in order for them to be profitable for me to make, because the parts are so expensive. Like, really expensive, really expensive. So we didn't sell enough of them. If we sold tons of them like we do of everything else, then I would like scale the price down because we're making lots of them. But that one I couldn't. So TV Jones is the name. I mean, yeah, those would be the ones. And then yeah, experiment with a telly. Put them in a telly. Filtertrons and a telly are cool. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Next, we got Brett Johnson. I wound my. You can take that if you need. I wound my first pickup, a Telly Bridge north up and clockwise winding. It sounds great. If I wanted to add a neck humbucker, how would I manage the pickup phase in the middle position? Shout out to Owen. Um, I what I would do with that is I would just wire it 4-wire because then it doesn't matter. Um, if you use that stupid braided wire, then it doesn't give you any options for switching it around. And then you have to completely take the pickup back apart if you're going to fix it. So basically, on a humbucker, you can run it backwards and forwards and it won't matter. So the way a humbucker is wired is the finish goes in. No, I apologize. The start of each coil is both ends. So the start of the north coil comes in, and then it goes out to the finish of the north coil. The finish of the south coil hooks up. The finishes hook up to each other in your center link, and then it comes out to the start. So you can run that pickup electrically backwards or forwards, and it won't matter. So if you hook it up one way and it's out of phase, just take your 2 start wires and swap them. Problem solved. But if you use that stupid braided wire with the center core, you won't be able to do that, and you'll have to take the pickup apart and do it internally. So it's easier just to swap the wires. And that is why we make every pickup, even if we don't recommend, like the DAF, for example. That's not one that you coil split all the time, but we make it 4-wire anyway, so that you have the flexibility to mix and match it with other pickups that you already have. Yeah. Excellent question. That's a great
He
question.
said he arrived just in time to hear his own question, so that was good timing.
Awesome. I think he has one more in here too. Sean, you mentioned the Reverend. That Reverend is in Toledo, Ohio. Do you have plans to tour their facilities? I have spoken with them, and I am hoping to do that. I think in the next 2 weeks. Ian. Whoa, interesting question. If any of the big guitar makers offered you a position in pickup development for production line model, Gibson Special, Fender American Professional, etc., would you be tempted to accept it? What if it was a smaller partnership that included your current pickups in a limited run series? Okay. If one of the big pickup companies or small pickup companies offered me a job, no. The answer would always be no. I have right now, there is no thing in the world that would make me work for somebody. They say never, but I, for all intents and purposes, probably will never work for anybody else again. I I have built this company on a dream since I was a kid to own a guitar company and own a guitar accessory company with my name on it. And the last time I had a partnership with somebody, I did very well with it, but I told myself that I would not do that again and that my name would be on the stuff. If somebody wanted to license my products and use them in another guitar brand, I would totally do that. Like if somebody called, Fender called and said, "Hey, we're coming out with a special run, and we'd like to use your DAF in it," I would say yes. If another guitar company called me, because we do this all the time, if another guitar company called me and said, "I would like you to design pickups for my brand," and I private label them or whatever, we do that. We've done lots of that. So, for years, that's actually how I got started. So, that's a mixed question, but in order, I would like never's a long time, but there is nothing. You and I have talked about this a lot. There is nothing right now that would make me get a job and work for somebody. I don't care how famous it made me. I don't care how much money it is. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that job or partnership fits your model at all.
Mm-mm.
A high dollar buyout or
Yeah.
licensing.
If somebody came to me and
Totally
said,
doable.
"We'd like to buy your pickup designs," and stroke me a check and say, "Here you go, never make pickups again,"
She said, "Stroke me a check." I
I
was like,
did.
"What a stroke?"
You never heard that?
I've not. I
Yeah.
thought you just ended up running just and wrote.
Mm-mm.
What a stroke me a check
You
mean?
never heard that before?
No,
You must be from the South or something.
I am.
Anyway, that would work. Or a licensing agreement where I got a royalty off of what I was making for somebody else. But I wouldn't get a job for anybody.
It's a good question, though, Ian.
That is a cool question. Yeah, I like that. Nobody's ever asked that. When I was preparing for this tonight, I was like, no one has ever asked that question before. It's a pretty good one.
Oh, Ian with the good questions.
Mm-hmm. Brett has another one. Have you seen Shatton's self-centering bobbin holder? Do you think they're trying to undercut Mojo Tone? Um, I have seen it. I don't think it's an undercut thing. I just think,
It's a better design.
mm-mm.
Thought you liked the center mount.
I like the center mount. I just like Mojo Tone's better than Shatton's. Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you just said. Yeah, Shatton one. The thing about
Somebody said it's a popular saying. Apparently, I need to use the word stroke more. Sounds inappropriate.
you said it, I didn't. So this Shatton stuff, I think, is more consumer based. With the volume of stuff that I use, I don't like Shatton stuff because I know for sure, because I have in the past, worn it out.
Mm-hmm.
I've worn it out. And so, because we just make so much stuff. So I like the Mojo Tone thing, which is really funny. Because if you'll recall, about 2 years ago, I said I didn't like the Mojo Tone one, and I probably would never buy one. And now I'm like totally in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a result of more volume, and you just have to learn to do the next thing, you know? Yeah, man. Awesome. Those are great questions.
What's next?
We should probably talk real quick about the Wisconsin thing, so we
Okay.
don't forget.
Yes.
We went and visited. What's his name on here?
I don't know, Sheboygan Falls or something.
Yeah, Sheboygan Falls something something. He messaged me on Facebook and said, "Hey, do you want to come to my house?" And I was like, "Well, this is kind of weird. Do I go to somebody's house?" And then I'm like, "No, I'm gonna. This is pretty cool." Dude, super cool. We went to dinner. He has a 1967 SG Junior that I got to play through some really gnarly amps and had a lot of fun. It was really, really cool. And it was just a great time to meet up with a viewer. And we've done that a couple of times now. And it's been really, really fun as we cross across the country and head our way back south. We're going to try to do it again, do it some more. What I typically do with that stuff, just so you know, is I make a post usually once a week on Patreon and for the YouTube members where we are. I do not publicize that in videos normally. And I always publicize it. I'll tell you where I am. But the thing is those videos are usually 2 weeks behind. So we're not there anymore. But on Patreon, I do, and for the YouTube members, I do tell you where we are. So if you do live along the route, and actually I think we're going to kind of go out of our way a little bit because there's some cool dudes that I've been meaning to hang out with. So we're gonna look them up, and yeah, it was really really fun, super fun. Do you want to talk about the Beth Hart record, and let's just get that over with really quick?
Sure. So 2 weeks ago, we picked a record, and we just said Beth Hart, and we didn't have
A record. We just picked the artist.
we didn't do the lab last week, so then it got pushed to this week, and I will admit we totally forgot about it until today,
which is good.
So then we had to pick an album, so it is fresh in our minds. But we did. That's the one you told me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, we did listen to the same one,
we
right?
Did.
Beth Hart, 37 Days. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? Did you go first last time? Okay, so I thought, I don't know why, I thought maybe because I just saw her record in your aunt's house. So I just thought it was going to be from like a much older genre and that this woman was much older. So I had some preconceptions going into this. I was pleasantly surprised. I really like how like gritty and bluesy her voice is.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. If it showed up in a mix as I was listening to music, I would not change it. I did like her style. I like her lyrics. Like I feel like she tells a good story. I could picture your sister singing this music. Does she like her?
I don't know if she likes her, but that she's singer-songwriter like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she has a thing, and it's good, and her voice is distinct enough that I like it, which is rare because I really don't like female voices. But I will admit, I got halfway through, and I asked him, "Does all her music sound like this?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "So is it bad if I stop halfway?" And he was like, "What?" So I'm going to tell you why I had to stop halfway. She is literally telling a story. I don't know who broke her heart or what happened to her, but it was so like depressing. And I was just not in the mood to listen to depressing song after depressing song.
Like 45 minutes of depressing music.
So I did cut out a little early, but I do like it, and I would probably listen to her again.
Yeah, so here's my problem, and this is probably a personality problem of mine, but I feel like that music in general is a time period that I associate like all the Dave Matthews kids. Like they sat around in Starbucks all day long with those droopy stocking caps and like hippie clothes and like complained about how their life sucked as they like worked on their Macs and complained about life and listened to Dave Matthews. That music is what I don't like. That music. It's coffee shop music.
See, I would like it if I had discovered it at a different place in life.
That I guess that's what I'm saying is I just don't identify with it at all. Is the real thing.
I could have identified it with it
at some point.
It was presently being.
If you would have heard about it when it first came out,
yeah,
you probably.
I mean, and I like Dave Matthews. I'm not a Dave Matthews person. Like,
see, and I don't listen to Dave Matthews on records, but I'll go see him live.
See, I'm the opposite. I listen to him on record. I do not want to be at a concert with all those people. And if somebody pukes on me, I'm totally out. So.
Dude, he is the best live show.
Well, I would have to be in my own bubble.
The best, yes. The last time I went, it was at the same place where Stevie Ray Vaughan died in Wisconsin.
That's serious.
Which was a little heavy for me, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was the best concert that I've ever been to. But we had VIP tickets, and we were on this little deck by ourselves, and we had our own bathrooms. And it was amazing. And all the hippies were in a big mud puddle down at the front.
To go VIP style.
And it was fantastic. Zach Brown opened for him. I'd never heard of Zach Brown Band before.
Oh.
And yes, and he played first, and then Dave Matthews played second, and it was the best show I have ever seen, period. It
Interesting.
was unreal.
I could watch her live, I think, because I think it would be very dynamic.
Yeah, I could
and
see
she
her live
plays
too.
a lot of instruments.
Mm-hmm.
Her favorite is the cello, so
Oh, you're a cello
I
person,
could.
yeah. You're a cello person in context of the music person, yeah.
Yeah.
No. I get that, and I could definitely see her live for sure, but I can't sit through a whole record. Very interesting stuff.
Everybody's like, it's blues. Yeah. Well, I didn't know. Is it blues music? I didn't realize that. If
I
it
think
is,
it's coffee shop hippie music, but
maybe it is blues. I mean, I definitely hear that in her voice and style. I mean, if I didn't know what she would look like, I don't know that that's what I would have pictured either with the voice that comes through. So
yeah, she's a conundrum of
yeah,
of music because she doesn't look like how she sounds.
but I probably wouldn't have heard it otherwise. So I'm glad
She
that was
doesn't
a
write the music that she doesn't write the music that she looks like. It's weird. It isn't.
Yeah.
She is a weird one. I would totally go see her. She would be, if she came to the local auditorium and you could go see her for like $30, I would go see her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go see her for $120, but I'm gonna go see her for $30 if I don't have to drive more than an hour. Like, that's my level of commitment to go seeing her. But she would be good. She'd be really good.
No. I don't play cello. I like cello music. I don't play anything.
Well, there you go. That's our disjointed record review for the week.
Awesome.
Get in the comments and pick us another one.
Yeah, we need one for next week. Somebody just said Cleveland in the house. If you're on Patreon, you should say that on Patreon.
Wait, who said that?
This person?
He is not on Patreon. Yeah, if you're on Patreon or a YouTube member, please let me know because Cleveland might be relevant soon. Cleveland might be relevant soon.
Not related, so I don't really want to mark it as a comment, I guess. Corey is recommending an RV park in Golden, Colorado. We stayed in Golden, Colorado before, not at that park. That park has like a super small booking window, so we probably will not stay there because I cannot wait till the last minute to book because we are going to need somewhere to stay.
Oh, you can't book more
for
than
the. This thing is like 60 days out and a 14-day limit, and we're going to be there the entire month of May. So that's probably not going to cut it, but I do appreciate you thinking about us.
Yeah, because we will be in Golden, I think.
Probably, most likely.
All
right. Do you want to do comments now, or are you going to do news now?
Do some questions. Let's do a few questions, and then we'll do some news, and we'll let some questions pile in there.
Okay.
And we do bump you to the top for super chats, so make sure you know that.
So let's first.
And we have 2 thumbs down Franks here today.
I know. I want to catch you up on the
Please
Hazard
hit the like button.
Bound band. Is Randy's band. He's been with them since spring. I didn't know that. He said hello. So I told him maybe we would see him soon. Maybe we could swing down and see him soon. And he wanted to tell you that he bought a motorcycle.
I saw your VTX 1300.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to have 2, would you?
And he's been riding a lot.
If you had 2, I would definitely come visit.
And then he's asking, did you ride for Honda? So who were you affiliated with back in the day?
I did not ride for Honda, but we had a Honda affiliated racer on our team, 2 of our teams, and he rode for factory Honda and then did some stuff with us. Yeah. Funny story, when I broke my collarbone in Mexico, I rode back. Well, I had to ride my dirt bike like 50 miles of trails with a broken collarbone to get back to pavement. And then when I got back to pavement with my broken collarbone, the Honda factory van picked me up. And I rode in the Honda factory van to Ensenada, Mexico. And then from Ensenada, Mexico, then I came back to the States. It was like,
he says, I know where a second VTX 1300 is.
Hey man, if you have a bike for me to ride, I will definitely come and visit
He
you.
has gear.
Yeah, I have my gear with me. We'll ride. That offer stands, as in I will borrow your motorcycle, for anybody. I love riding and I don't have one, but I do have the gear, so I will offer to ride your motorcycle
That's so funny.
wherever I go.
All right.
Questions?
Alessandro says, Dylan, any tips for lowering the action on a vintage 50s style Strat without fret buzzing? I find it much harder to set it up than a modern Strat like an American Standard.
All the same things apply, and props to you for having a 50s Strat. That's pretty cool. All the same things apply. The biggest thing I would check on it is the neck relief to make sure that your neck is straight. Because old guitars have a tendency to not have straight necks. So I would check there first. If it's really straight and it's really flat, which means I would basically take it to somebody and see if the frets are flat. If it's something that you're not comfortable with doing yourself. Because that can be involved. And especially on an old guitar where you might not want to refret it because you're trying to keep it original. Take it to somebody that can check the fretboard, make sure the fretboard is totally flat. And then the rest of the setup is just like any 6-screw tremolo Strat ever. It's all the same. The main thing is make sure the fretboard is flat. Great question, and good luck with that. And that is very awesome that you have a 50 Strat. I might have to come visit you too. Cool guitars and bikes, you know.
So Ivan says he should get a second bike. Jeffrey Egan says he has 2 Harleys, and it's your chance to finally ride one.
Dude, I've ridden tons of Harleys. And you know what? I would love to. Absolutely love to. You know, after I went to the... So, after I went and I toured the museum and really learned the history, and I'm really impressed with... We talk about this all the time. I'm really impressed with their marketing and branding and their community building.
Yeah.
You know, in 1903 or whatever, they were putting the Harley logo in the sprocket of their bicycles. Like, they knew
very forward thinking.
Yes, yeah. They knew from the beginning what they were doing. And I'm really impressed with that. And since then, I would tell you, I would not... I don't think it could be my only motorcycle. But if I...
But you're adding a 6 to your 5 list, or...
No, I think it could be one of my 5 or even maybe one of 3.
Sweet.
Yeah, I would have a Harley now. I never would say that before, but especially with some of this latest stuff. Yeah, for me to even say in public is ridiculous. Like, I mean, I've had...
As he wears his Indian motorcycle.
So, yeah. I will not wear their merch, though. I'm not that far.
If you had a Harley, I would wear their merch.
Well, then you could.
Because then I wouldn't be a poser.
I would still wear Indian stuff, though. That has nothing to do with the motorcycle, though.
Okay. Brett Johnson wants to know, is it more advantageous to convert an 8-hole Strat to an 11-hole? I don't even know what that means. So. And no. He is celebrating 9 months of membership. I don't know if that's new. I feel like that's new. Anyway.
That's awesome. He wants to know what? 8-hole to 11-hole Strat? Oh, you're talking about the pick guard. Okay. So I always build my tellies with 5-hole pick guards, and I always build my Strats with 8-hole pick guards because I do not like more screws than is absolutely necessary to hold something together if it is a guitar. I mean, if it's an airplane, that's different, but...
I mean, you still don't have, like, extra screws for no reason,
no,
right?
No. It should be engineered properly so that you don't need extra fasteners. And I cannot stand screw heads in a guitar. It drives me nuts. If you ever looked at any of my builds, you'll see they're as clean as possible with the least amount of screws and hardware showing. I don't like that stuff. That's just my opinion, and there is no reason why you need or should do it any other way. It doesn't matter. You could do whatever you want because that's purely cosmetic.
Oh, Ivan says those are a one-time free chat. So that is why they look like that to us. But they didn't have to pay money.
Oh.
Apparently. That's my understanding. Tell me if I understood that wrong, Ivan. So that's super cool, though. I love that it highlights. I just like that it highlights
Is
it.
it like an anniversary? I get a free super chat
I
thing?
don't, maybe. But 9 months and 10 months, y'all. That's pretty boss.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys being around so long doing that. That's really cool.
Anyway, you want more questions?
Yeah,
You
let's
wanna...
keep going.
Okay. Jeff Hirschberger. I might say that wrong. I apologize. Do Fender noiseless pickups use 250 or 500K pots?
The most recent guitars that I've owned with them and had a part with them had 250K pots.
That was easy. Oh, I think I copied the same question. Okay, so Ada.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, first let's address. You casually mentioned, and I grabbed this question. What kind of issue with the pick guard? You said there was an issue with pick guard early in the conversation.
Oh, it's just taking a long time to get them.
Yeah.
And so here's the problem, is that when I order them, they take forever to ship. But because we move so much, then it takes like 3 weeks to ship, and I don't know where I am, and I can't tell them where to ship it because I don't know where I'll be in however many weeks. It's really unpredictable. So, and it's been all over the place. So we're going to be in a place for 2 solid weeks. So I'm going to try to knock this out and get it handled. But then we're just going to hold off for a little bit until their production catches back up to where I order it, they ship it the next day, and we're good. Because they're still a little iffy. My supplier is still a little iffy since their remodeling thing that they were doing. Is the only problem. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Next
So
question.
their actual question. This is still Ada. Dear Dylan, I just bought a Yamaha Pacific Cam G string, have wobbling sound on 12, 14, and 17 fret. No buzzing, only a wobbling sound. Really, I can't understand. It's just the G string. Pickups are far away. Why?
Wobbling sound. So if it's giving you like a pulsing, it's probably because your intonation is off. If it's giving you like a rhythmic vibration that is not the normal tone that you're looking for, it's possible that one of your saddles is crooked. So on a Strat or a Pacifica, which is basically a Strat copy, it's possible that one of your saddles is kind of crooked, and so it's like lifting up and setting down and lifting up and setting down. That could happen. I've seen that. That'll usually manifest as a rattle though. But if it's giving you like a pulsing, it's probably some sort of intonation issue where you're getting a weird harmonic from the other strings. That's the only thing I can think of. But without getting without fully understanding the description of your problem, it's hard to diagnose, if that makes sense. Oh, our fourth Sunday Patreon live hangout on Zoom, where you can bring a question like that that's hard to describe, is happening this Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It is going to be awesome because we changed all the pricing levels around and made it more accessible, so there's going to be more people. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited about it. So
Is that tomorrow? I mean, this weekend?
It
tomorrow.
is, right?
I don't know. Is it the 4th?
I could be wrong. I thought I looked it up though.
It is the 26th.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this coming Sunday. So it's the first one since we changed all the pricing levels, so that it's going to be way more fun.
Sign up.
So I'm really excited
It'll
about
be
it. Yeah. Next question.
Matt R says, in your opinion, would you upgrade an older Made in Mexico Strat or a newer Player Series?
They're the same exact thing. So it's the same
Upgrade
exact.
them all.
Yeah, upgrade them both. It's the same exact guitar. Now, the hardware changes may have changed. They may have changed the fretboard radius a little bit. But as far as like value wise and like, you know, one or the other, they're all the same. I think the Player series, old Mexico Strats might have a 9.5-inch radius, but the Player series has a 9.5-inch radius. They might have changed the fret size, the hardware. Yeah, they might have changed some particulars about it, but overall, don't matter. Same guitar.
So Corey just shared an update. His second recommendation of where to stay is the where we stayed last time, which is probably where we'll have to stay. He said it is biking distance from Thunder Valley National Motocross Track, and the race is on June 5th. What day is June 5th? Is it a weekend?
June 5th is NAMM.
June. Are we going? We don't know.
We don't know.
I was thinking May. Sorry. I was thinking we would be there.
So we have this weird thing where they moved NAMM from January to June, and then they moved the June NAMM, which is normally in Nashville, to California. And we're going to be in Colorado. I don't know if we're going to be able to get out there in 4 days or whatever, because we have to teach a class.
Or if we want to.
I'm not sure. I really hate to blow off NAMM show, but it might just be impossible. Super chat. Sure missed you guys. Your pickups in my telly are mind-blowing. See you Sunday. Awesome. Oh, dude, so you're in the thing on Sunday.
Mr. Goat, thank you for the super chat.
And thank you for the super chat. Yeah, that's killer. Sweet. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be super fun.
All right. 2 more, and then I'll catch some more while you do whatever you're supposed to do.
Talk about some new stuff.
All right. Kyle Abent says, I recently got a new guitar. Schecter Banshee Mach 6 FRS. I took it to Guitar Center to get it set up. The tech recommended me to refund it because the open G string would buzz no matter what. Sorry, I thought it was a question. So did you refund it? Maybe.
If you didn't refund it, take it to another guitar shop. I can fix that for you in 2 seconds. Just take it to another guitar shop. If you did not. The Schecter Banshee with the Floyd Rose, that's the one that I almost bought with the EMGs in it that was purple. And it was like a neck-through thing when it had stripes with purple pickups in it.
And then you couldn't find them again,
I couldn't find them. I was going to buy one of those, and I couldn't find it again. Purple is her favorite color, so anytime like a purple guitar comes up, we're like, oh, we should probably buy this. And I tried to buy it and I couldn't. Take it somewhere else to a good tech. Pay them $50, $75. Have them do it right. It'll be fine.
Windsurf Maui. I'm in the market for a set of Strat tuning machines. I usually buy staggered SRT, staggered straight. I don't know. What's SRT?
I don't know.
Staggered SRT, but found that Fender is now selling a set with all 6 tuners having short posts. Sounds like a good idea.
I don't see why 6 shorts would be a problem. I would like that actually on a Fender because the level change from the nut to the peg head is not very much, and like a half inch or something. So I don't see why that would hurt you. I don't see why that would be a bad idea at all. I can't think of one right now. If somebody else thinks of a bad idea for that, put it in the comments. But I don't. That'd be awesome. So basically, taking what he's talking about is on a staggered tuner set. Your E and your A are the tallest. Then your D and your G are next level down, and then the B and the E are shortest. So if you just took the tuner's length from the B and the E and you just made all 6 of them that short, what that would do is that would pull the string down further sooner, and you would have a harder break angle. I don't think it would cause friction problems that much. I mean, there's a lot of people that run, not most people, but there's a lot of people that will run 2 string trees on a Strat. which means your bottom 4 strings are, or your top, your D and your G and your B and your E are all pulled down anyway, and your E and your A are pulled down anyway. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I don't know how to say that word. I know I don't know how to say that word.
Oh, Gauss meter?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought it was something different. So say the question. Brett Johnson.
Brett Johnson wants to know, what Gauss meter would you recommend, budget friendly if possible? There, it depends what you consider budget friendly. I spent $105 for mine. It's amazing. I love it. And there were no cheaper options out there that made any sense. I think you're going to spend around $100. I will. You're on Patreon. I will post a link to it. I think actually, if you go on Patreon and just scroll up a little ways, everybody asks this question all the time. So I'm pretty sure a few weeks ago somebody asked it, and I post links to it up above. So if you just scroll up a little bit on Patreon, you'll see it.
So we got a comment. I just thought it was a cool name. I don't know if it's like a band name or something. It says Idiot Brother and the Can We Talk About It. It says, thanks for running the channel and all the upkeep, Leslie and Dylan.
Oh, thanks, dude.
But it sounds like a cool band name.
That
I don't
is
know
a
if
cool
it
band
is,
name.
but
Yeah, definitely.
sounds cool. And then another question from Ada. Can you ship pickups internationally, Asian countries?
I am shipping a set, or I did just ship a set today to Hong Kong.
The answer is yes.
Yep. And I just shipped a set to
3 thumbs down. We're like
Canada.
on a roll.
Hey, man. Guess what, thumbs down guy? YouTube likes that just as much.
I wonder why they're here.
Please don't use thumbs down. Use thumbs up if you can.
Unless you don't like it. But why are you here?
That's what I was wondering.
Especially alive. Like,
do you go to a YouTube video for the purpose of criticizing it? I do not have that kind of time. I just don't do it. It's weird. I know for sure that we have viewers that do that. They literally, the reason I know is because I'll go on these streaks where I'll see the same username like over a whole, like they've watched the YouTube channel all day long. Because it'll be like,
oh, you see timestamps of comments or something?
Yes. And it'll be like, this guy started at 8 o'clock in the morning and went like 5 hours and watched like.
So not even like a troll. They're like properly watching the videos.
Yes.
And still leaving negative
like
comments.
20 different videos. The same name will come up and be like, this is the dumbest video. This is why you're wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Like, and I'm like.
I mean, I'd have been sick of you after that many hours too, but.
I mean, well then, but you would make it. I don't know. If I don't like a video,
like, I need to take a break.
I just leave.
Yes, me too.
I just click on the next one.
You know, so you should like things because it feeds, and there is a setting. But for a long time, I didn't even want to like videos because there's a setting that you can control if it shows up to people who follow you, like what you like.
Mm-hmm.
And also then I was getting fed the wrong information, thinking I was liking to support somebody, and really I was like liking to my own detriment, and then I hated my YouTube feed. So I was like trying to be supportive, but then getting super aggravated.
It's so funny.
Because
anyway. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when you hit the like button, it's not just about liking it's not. So here's the thing. People think that the like button is like, you like this video, you must agree with everything I say, and we're going to be like best friends forever. I'm going to hit the like button. That's not what it's for. The like button is actually, yeah, I like guitar stuff, and I'd like to see more guitar stuff, and I'd like to see less, I don't know, political BS or whatever. So you start liking videos you like, and you'll see, like, I like car videos. I like racing videos. I like those dumb videos where people like drive semi trucks under short bridges, like, and you want to see more of that stuff. You hit the like button, and then in your feed it'll show you more videos like that, maybe not even from the same creator, but then you'll see less stuff that you can't stand. So people don't know what the like button does. I guess that's Doug.
Super chat.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Doug.
Doug.
Just saying, hey, looking forward to the pickup class next May. Oh, dude, sweet. Man, I hope they don't lock us down again.
Same.
Yeah, same here.
We're in a state that is pretty locked down right
Yeah.
now. So we had to readjust.
Yep. Yep. But, you know, whatever. You just do what you got to do and keep on rolling. Awesome. Thank you for the super chat, Doug.
I just thought of something and then I lost it, so never mind.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on.
What do you need to talk about?
Well, I was going to show them some stuff.
Oh, go ahead. Getting fancy up in here.
I was going to show them some stuff. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I was going to share in the news this week. And I'm just going to share my screen. We're going to do it super, you know, super basic. I was gonna do the little head above the little square above my head and all that, but I'm just going to show it to you. Squire just came out with a new classic vibe 50s Jazzmaster. So this is not like super duper duper period correct, but it has a metal pickguard, which that makes it worth buying just by itself because it's so cool. We make really good Jazzmaster replacement pickups because I don't think these pickups are going to be very good, but this is a very cool guitar. That white one with the gold anodized pickguard, I would love to have that. That's a very cool guitar. I would put cream pickup covers or white pickup covers on it, though. I don't know, though. Maybe they don't match the color. That's probably why they went to black. Please let me know if you would get super chats because I don't see them right now. The next thing I want to show you, which I'm really excited about, is Emerald Guitars. So Emerald makes carbon fiber guitars. They are not the same as McPherson. They're not built the same. They're kind of weird, actually, but they're really cool. See how that weird sound hole, chopped out corner, top bout thing is? It's pretty neat. This is actually a semi-hollow electric guitar made out of carbon fiber with Fishman Fluence pickups in it and a ghost system, the piezo system, so you can make it sound like an electric acoustic guitar. This is a very interesting guitar. I don't remember how much it costs. I don't think it's that cheap. Well, I don't mean to make you seasick with it, but that is so cool. What a cool guitar.
Oh, that does look nice.
Cool, right? And it's carbon fiber, and it's got those Fishman Fluence pickups that we really like. And that ghost system is probably one of the best piezo systems ever, which I think is super cool. Next thing I wanted to show you is Boss has come out with the two new pedals. And one of them is IRs, so you can run different pedal cabinet simulators. And then the other one is a synthesizer. So the one on the left is a synthesizer. And for those of us who may remember way back in the day, the wacky Roland put it underneath the bridge synthesizer thing, this is a pedal. And you can make really wacky noises with it. I might actually get that because I think it's really neat. And then the IR thing, you can play direct and use this for cabinet simulations, which I am not a big expert on, so don't ask me any questions about it, but that's what it's for. But I just want to share it. Fender, obviously you guys have seen this by now, the Player Plus series. What's her name? The British gal, and a bunch of other people. Basically all the YouTubers except for me got one of these. Fender got one of these sent to them, and they're really cool. The one I'm very interested in is this one right here. The two Noiseless single coils and a humbucker. Very cool guitars. Really nice looking. I just think they're cool. I think they're cool. I would like to have one. I would have liked to have done a review on it, but Fender doesn't know who I am. So this is kind of dumb, but also kind of cool. Um, here's the thing: this brand of guitars gets so close, and then completely misses the boat with that stupid peg head. I'm sorry, but I hate this peg head. It's the dumbest, ugliest peg head. Okay, my opinion's out of the way. Wallace Guitars is very, very cool. They're from Detroit. They this wood is reclaimed from the Packard factory, which is amazing. And it's a collaboration with Jeep, and they're putting the Willys logo on it. So besides the dumb peg head, I think this is a very, very cool guitar.
Or says, well, Fender needs an address. They don't know where you're going to be.
I could sort that out. I wish somebody knew who I was enough to sort it out.
That's funny.
School of Rock, like the Jack Black deal. They're making a Les Paul special with two P90s in it, with gold. It's black and gold hardware, and it's only for School of Rock students. So this is the guitar they get. Yeah.
Is there an official School of Rock?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Our buddy from Bolingbrook, Illinois, went to School of Rock.
Yeah,
Parker.
but we had it in Augusta too. So is there a real one, or is it a franchised out thing?
There's more than one. Yeah, it's a chain. In fact, Scott from Florida plays for Boss, does all his demos for Boss. He teaches for School of Rock. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, they get their own guitar, which I think is really, really cool. I love this. I mentioned it. I just did a podcast, Guitar Talk podcast with Jimmy Warren the other day. I don't know when it's coming out. But we were talking about Gibson's focus on young players and the next level of young players coming out. And they're focusing on that, and I really love that. And I think that's very cool.
Still limited though, only 100.
Yes.
So do you earn it, or you?
I don't know.
Or you?
I'm almost wondering if it's a test.
This is a test.
Like by Gibson.
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead. You have one more.
I got one more.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There's going to be another Lucille model. And it's going to be a Gibson, I think.
Look how young you look in that picture.
Yep. I saw him when he was probably 79 or 80. Yeah. Anyway, there's going to be a Lucille model that's official. It has just come out that they're going to do that. So that's pretty neat. And then the other thing is, I don't know if you guys have seen, but they came out with a new series of acoustic guitars that kind of rips off Breedlove with that little extra hole in the side.
Mm.
The Breedloves that have the little hole, the hole on the top bout right here? Gibson has one like that now. Yeah. Yeah, for about, 5 years or something they did that. For a long time, actually. Anyway, that's just some stuff I want to share with you. I didn't get to do the news this week. So I just want to catch you up on that.
Dave said Keeley came out with a new 2-knob compressor.
I saw it.
Ada asked about how to pay and where to buy. So, what's your website?
DylanTalksTone.com. Do we have a thing for that?
I don't know.
We don't.
Maybe not.
DylanTalksTone.com. Actually, it's right up here in the corner of the screen. You can see the logo, and it says DylanTalksTone.com. Yeah, it's
on the website. You can
pick
your product. You can.
It's there, right there.
Put your money there, and it will handle any of your international transaction needs.
There is the logo right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have to put it back.
No, I have to put that back.
Everybody's watching it.
Bam. Done. Cool. That covers all the stuff I want to cover. Do we have any more
So
questions?
Dave's comment was Keeley came out with a new 2-knob compressor. And then his next comment was, guess who has number 00001?
Sweet. Dude, that's totally cool. You should hang on to that because I know that when they passed certain manufacturing numbers, I know some of that stuff is worth a lot more than it is when you got it. That's very cool. I have a very early D&M drive. It wasn't out yet when I got it. I don't know what number it is, but I was physically there, and it hadn't come out yet. And he's like, "Come here." And he like brought me in the room. He literally filled up my arm with pedals. It was awesome.
Yep. We need to check out the new place.
Oh yeah, because they just built a new factory. Probably when we go to Colorado, we may go through Oklahoma and go see it. If we go that way, I don't know. We'll just have to see which way we go. But awesome.
I'm all caught up.
Me too. And it's just now an hour.
It is. We'll stay for super chats. If I missed your question, ask it now.
That's right.
And the next.
Or forever hold your peace till next week. Whichever comes first.
Forever hold your peace till next week. It could be brutal though. I'm pretty impatient. Did you just agree with me?
No, I didn't agree with you. I don't know where that went from that to you don't like surprises. I don't know why this is in the same. It's in the same ballpark.
I could learn to like surprises. Just saying. As long as I didn't know there was a surprise coming, so then there was some unneeded anticipation, like a true surprise.
So you are.
So I don't have to have anxiety
So
about
if I said
surprise.
So if I said I have a surprise for you,
it better
but
be
you
happening
don't-
right then.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
All I got was a "you guys rock."
This was awesome.
Thanks, Zachary.
Don't forget that if we, hopefully we see you on Sunday for the live hangout thing. You can go to patreon.com/DylanTuxTone and check it out, or you can click the join button down there. YouTube members that are on that tier and Patreon members that are on that tier both will be able to attend that thing. I will send out links to everybody who blah, 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 so they know where to go. Awesome. And we have a cool video coming out on Monday, which is the setup video on the 335.
Ooh.
Yep.
It starts.
And I'm editing the McPherson video, so that's coming soon.
Awesome.
We'll see you later.